Welcome back to another episode of Hollywoodbets Trackside with Anthony Delpech. Before we get into the local racing, we'll see one stripe take his place in the Grade 1 Roger Woodbine Stakes at 20-12 on Saturday night. And what can you tell us about his well-being?
Well, he's had a good preparation. Obviously, we would prefer to have gone for a weaker race. But the one race in America where he's going to go for the field fell away, and obviously need to get a run underneath his belt before he goes for Breeders' Cup Day. But he's doing very well. I'm not too sure about the competition in the race, how strong it is. But as for him, he's got a good draw. He's got a good jockey on top, so we hold fingers.
Racing on Saturday takes place at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Then we go to Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Sunday. Don't forget about the free-to-play Hollywoodbets Punters Challenge. Good weekend's racing. Hopefully it's a profitable one. We start off at Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Saturday in race 2, where Hollywood Racing are represented by first-timer number 6, Beware, from the Lucinda Woodruff stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. He's the son of Rafif, and what can you tell us about him?
Yeah, he's a smart horse. He's shown very good work. He's been to the track, so he knows the track. I think if he's not too green, he's a horse that could have an each-way chance.
He's put up 2 very good gallops, and he definitely looks above average. I do expect him to run a very forward race on Saturday, and with a bit of luck, should be right there in the finish.
Then number 8 is Anthony's best bet on the card, In Motion, from the Justin Snake stable. Richard Free in the saddle. Made the natural improvement when behind Black Eagle last time. We've seen what Black Eagle's come out and done, and he meets the right field.
Yeah, I feel his form is strong. For Black Eagle to come out and win his first run out the maiden shows us a very strong form, and I think he's had 2 runs now, so he'll be more experienced. I think if he overcomes his draw, it looks like there's a lot of first-timers and slow horses on his inside, so he should get across quite easy. And I think with Richard above, I think he'll be the hard horse to beat.
My best bet comes in race 7, the form of number 1, Dreamworld, from the Vaughan Marshall stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. He's better than his last start in the Grade 3 Langerman. He returns from a 12-week break. I feel he'll be at his best over this type of distance. With 54 kgs and drawn 1, he should be the one to beat. Racing on Sunday takes place at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, and we'll start off in race 1, where Hollywood Racing are represented by first-timer Bombardier Boy from the Mike and Matthew de Kock stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. He's the son of Heavenly Blue, and what can you tell us about him?
Yeah, he's a horse that shows a lot of speed. He is very, very quick at home, and obviously he's a horse that hasn't been going on the grass too much because he's not up 100% sound kind of horse, so he's been doing most of his work on the sand, but shows a lot of speed, and it'll be nice to see where he is.
He's showing us a lot of speed on the sand tracks at home, but if he's not too green, then we're expecting him to be competitive.
In race 3, Hollywood Racing are represented by 2 runners. It is a Class 4 apprentice race, and Hollywood Racing are represented by number 1, Rafa's Boy from the Gareth Van Zyl stable. Savannah Valjalo in the saddle. This is Anthony's best bet on the card, and he's holding his form well. Yeah,
he goes back to his favourite track, and he's drawn 1. He always likes to run towards the inside. I think he's got a lot in his favour. He's got a claim 4 on his back. I definitely think he's definitely the horse to beat. He carried 64 kgs on his back last time and it wasn't a bad run. I really feel he's going to be a hard horse to beat.
I expect him to be very competitive. He's working well. His coat is good. He's in a good space. Hoping for a win, but surely expecting him to be fighting it out.
Then number 5 is a Yui from the Garth Puller stable. Blaine Marks Jacobson in the saddle, and hoping to see a form return.
Yeah, I think we've got to ignore the last run. It jumped awkwardly. It bumped his mouth quite badly in the gates, and I think if it jumps on terms, it could finish into the money.
Move on to race 4, and Hollywood Racing are represented by 2 runners. Number 4, Sunny Bulls Ferrari from the Mike and Matthew de Kock stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. He is my best bets on the card. I like the way he finished off his race last time despite over racing, and he turned into the straight in a wide position. With the natural improvement over a mile, I feel that he was the horse to beat.
Yeah, a lot went against him last time, but he was drawn very poor. He was caught pretty deep, and he was over racing a little bit. Gets a very good draw. Sean jumps up on top. I think if he gets the run of the race, he's going to be the horse that they're going to have to beat.
And his stable companion is number 8, Buddy Boy, also from the Mike and Matthew Cox stable. Callum Murray in the saddle. Absolutely nothing wrong with his debut.
No, he was too short for him, and stepping up to the mile, I think that's what he wants. And I think he's the horse that Sean has to worry about.
And Sunny Bulls, Ferrari and Buddy Boy, they've both made nice natural improvement on their first run, and we're expecting them to both run very well.
Move on to race 5, and Hollywood Racing are represented by 2 runners. Number 2 is Ngwele from the Mike and Matthew Cox stable. Craig Zack in the saddle. His last 2 starts were over a distance too short.
Yeah, he is a horse that does tend to get aggressive, and Mike's believes that obviously give him the 2 sprint, gets him to relax when he goes over his right trip, and obviously this is his right trip. He gets a very good draw, and the horse drawn 1, it looks like a front runner, so he's going to have the run of the race, and he'll be a serious runner. I think he'll be there in the firing line.
Strong race, but he definitely has each way chance.
Then number 3 is Iswano from the Dean Canama stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. Thought he was a bit unlucky last time and should be right there again.
Yeah, he was very unlucky last time. I think he should have gone very close to winning. I would like to have seen him stepping up a little bit in trip, because that's what I believe he wants. He wants to get a little bit further. But I think if the speed is on in the race and he's not too far behind, he'll be in the fight out too.
But he's doing well, and he's been holding his form well over this distance, and with a nice draw, a big favour. But all is good with him, and although small field, quite a competitive race, I'm expecting a good run from him.
Then in race 6, Hollywood Racing are represented by 4 runners. Number 5 has got to go Eddie from the Mike and Matthew Cox stable. Sean Veal in the saddle. He really ran a good race over this course and distance last time.
Yeah, he is a very good first run out the maiden, and he's really doing very well. I think his horse has taken a while to mature. He's doing really well at home, and I think he's going to be the horse they're all going to have to beat.
He's in really good form, doing well at home. Can't fault his preparation for the race, and we're expecting a good run from him.
Number 6 is Aventador from the Siboniso Noble stable. Callum Murray in the saddle. He ran last week Friday and hoping to see a form return.
Yeah, he's an honest horse, you know. I don't know if the handicapper has caught up with him a little bit now, but yeah, he's a horse I also would prefer on the poly track.
Aventador, he has freshened up nicely from his last run. We're expecting a place chance.
Then number 7 is 6 Hot Fix from Allison Wright stable. Blaine Mark Shakespeare takes 4 kgs off his back, and on his penultimate run, he should have a say.
Yeah, he's a horse that's dropped in the rating, and he's reaching a rating where he's going to be competitive. But his best form has also been on the poly track.
He's fit and well. His work has been good, and if he reproduces his penultimate run, I feel he can run into the money.
And number 10 is Haku, having his first run for the Vengi Masawi stable. Atindi Mkhudwa takes a ride, and he can show improvement.
Yeah, he's going to be in need of the run. He might just be short of a galloper, but expecting him to finish into a much better run than his last 2 performances. But he will be a better horse next time out.
I just need to run him on this race for preparation of the upcoming races